This is Excel Chapter 4, beginning on page 107, and this chapter contains items that help you enhance a worksheet. You will learn how to change margins in this project, change the page orientation, the page size, and inserting a page break. You will also learn how to print column headings on multiple pages so they keep repeating, because as your page breaks, if you don't have the column headings repeating, it's hard to follow the data. Then you'll learn how to scale data to print on one page to conserve paper. You'll insert a background picture and insert headers and footers. On the Page Layout tab, you'll see in the Page Setup ribbon margins, and here are the options you have available, or you can open up the dialog box where you can type in your own top margin, bottom, left, and right, and the margins for your header and footer. Now you know how to center text horizontally, but you can also center the spreadsheet vertically on the page, so up and down. If you put a check mark in this page, look at the preview box again. I'm going to uncheck it, so it'll be at the top by default, but if you check center vertically on the page, it'll move to the center of your page. Change the page orientation. Also up in the Page Setup ribbon, you can click on Orientation just like in Microsoft Word and choose Landscape or Portrait. As I did that, I don't know if you noticed, but the dotted lines appeared. That means where the page will break. You can also change your paper size. Sometimes you need a bigger, larger size paper for spreadsheets, so you can choose 11 by 17, and then you can customize by clicking more page size. In this window, you can go to paper size, click the down arrow, and scroll through other options here. As I said earlier, the dotted line means that the page will break there. Well, looking at where you would want your report to break, you probably want this last quarter, October, November, December, to be on one sheet. So we're going to move this page break so it breaks here. To move a natural page break, it's very simple. Just click in the cell and it will insert the page break to the left of this cell. So if I want it to break in October to go on to the second sheet, I'd click in the cell for October and go up to breaks, again in the Page Layout, Page Setup dialog box, or in the Page Setup ribbon, insert page break, and watch how the page break moves. So now it's in front of October. Now I have the last quarter on its own page. You can also remove page breaks, reset all the page breaks from this tool. Notice that the page break also was inserted here, horizontally and vertically. I need to move it down here, so we move the expenses onto a second sheet, and later we'll add the column, the headings, which are the months. So I'm going to undo and remove that page break, or I could choose break, remove page break. And I'm going to click down here on the expense row, and it's going to insert a column or a page break above it and horizontally. So now my last quarter is on its own sheet and the expenses are on their own sheet. Now, it's going to be hard to read the expenses on the second sheet without the months. So now we're going to learn how to repeat this row on each page. To repeat the column headings on the second page or multiple pages after, click on Print Titles. This opens up the Page Setup dialog box, the Sheet tab, and now you're going to say Print Titles, rows to repeat at the top or columns to repeat at the left. So we want actually a row to repeat at the top here, so we're going to click this icon to move it out of the way, and then you're going to click on row 3 and then click this icon to expand your dialog box. If we wanted columns to repeat at left, we could. We don't need them to, so we're going to leave this one blank, and then click OK. So when I go to File, Print, Preview, this is page 1. This is page 2. Notice that the months up here, they repeat. And then here's my last quarter. And here's the expenses for my last quarter.